So let's do another example here of this if-else-if construct, okay? So let's say I've got a property here, number of wheels. Number of wheels. Let's say that the number of wheels is equal to 2. So let's check if my number of wheels is equal to 1, then we want to print out my vehicle type, which is a unicycle, okay? Else, if number of wheels is equal to 2, then we'll print out bicycle. Else, if number of wheels is equal to 3, then we want to print out tricycle. Else, if number of wheels is equal to 4, then we want to print out quad cycle. Okay, and then if I have more than 4, then let's just go ahead and print out. That's a lot of wheels, man. That is a lot of wheels. Okay, so we'll run this code here and we see that I have a bicycle, right? So this is working correctly. But with this example and the example above, you can see that it's becoming a bit unwieldy with all of our braces and checking all these conditions, right? It's kind of hard to read. So another control flow construct that we can use to make things a little bit simpler, especially for reading, is what's called a switch statement. Now, a switch statement allows us to write cases on the value of a certain property, okay? And it also comes with a default case that we can use that we can execute code if none of our cases match, right? So let's go through this together. I'm going to change this number of wheels into a switch statement. So let me comment this out so that I can reuse number of wheels. So let's say I've got number of wheels here. So let number of wheels equal 2. Okay. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to write a switch statement, and you can see that if I start typing switch, it will autocomplete for me and give us the basic structure, right? So we're switching on a specific value and then writing cases, okay? And then if we meet a certain case, then we're going to execute certain code, okay? And then we've got our default statement here. So I want to switch on my number of wheels property, okay? And number of wheels, we know here, is an integer. So all of the cases that I write in my switch statement have to be that same type. They have to be int, right? I can't write a case and say number of wheels true or false, right? Because number of wheels is an int. So all of my cases also have to be integers. So we'll go ahead and we'll say case 1, okay? So in the case of having one wheel, let's print out unicycle. Okay. Case 2, we're going to print out bicycle. Okay. Case 3, we're going to print out tricycle. Case 4, let's print out quad cycle. And our default case is going to be that's a lot of wheels. Okay, so just if you compare these, let me uncomment this just so it's a little bit easier to see. You can see that this switch statement makes things worlds easier to read, right? Worlds easier to follow. So switch statements are very powerful in being able to just write down specific cases and then run code when that case is met, right? So another super cool thing with switch statements is that you can actually combine cases, okay? You can run specific code based on multiple cases. Now, so let's say that I've got a character property here, okay? So let's say let character equal to z. And I'm going to write a switch statement on my character, okay? So if my character is equal to an A, if it's equal to an E, if it's equal to an I, if it's equal to an O, or it's equal to a U, then we're going to print out this character is a vowel. Okay. Otherwise, right, if we don't meet any of those cases, then we know that our character is a consonant. Okay, so that's another awesome thing with these switch statements, is that I can combine these cases here. Okay, so we can check if it's any of these, then we know that it's a vowel. Otherwise, we know that it's a consonant. Okay, so we'll run this code, and yeah, there we go. This character is a consonant, right? Which is correct. Z is indeed a consonant. Okay. Another thing that comes in handy with switch statements is being able to write cases on ranges. Okay, so remember here in our weather example, to write ranges, we had to write this really long piece of code just to check whether our temperature was between 1 and 32. Okay. Well, switch statements, they support ranges. So let's say I've got a distance property here, and we'll say distance is equal to 27. Okay, and I want to switch on my distance. Okay, so all of my cases need to be integers, right? But in order to include a range here, I can do 0, ... 9. Okay. So this is saying if distance is between 0 and 9, then we'll go ahead and we'll print out your destination is close. Okay. Case 10 to 99, we'll print out, oops, and we don't want those braces there, right? Because cases just end with a colon. Okay. We're going to print out your destination is a medium distance from here. Okay, we'll do case 100 to 999. We'll print out your destination is far. And then in our default case, we'll go ahead and print out, are you sure you want to travel this far? Okay, and let's run our code here. And we see that our destination is a medium distance from here, okay? So we're switching on distance. We're checking, is it between 0 and 9? Nope. Is it between 10 and 99? Yes. So let's go ahead and print out your destination is a medium distance from here, okay? So a challenge. I want you to rewrite this right here, our temperature challenge from before. I want you to rewrite that using a switch statement, okay? So go ahead and rewrite that, or pause the video, rewrite that, and then we'll go through it together. Okay, so let me bring this code down here so it's easier to see, easier to translate it, right? I'm going to comment this out. Okay, so let's go ahead and we've got our temperature property, right? So let temperature to equal 32. And we want to switch on temperature 2, okay? So one limitation with these switch statements is that we can't check if something is like less than or equal to a certain value, right? So these ranges, they have to be pretty concrete. So we're just going to say if we're between negative 90 degrees and 0, then we'll go ahead and print out you're going to get frostbite, right? Because I can't do less than 0. So we'll just make up some sort of range here that should encompass everything that we would see, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll print out you're going to get frostbite. Okay. Our next case is between 1 and 32, right? So we'll do case 1 to 32. We'll go ahead and print out it's freezing. And sorry, that's a bad habit right there. I always want to end our case with a colon. Case 33 to 55. We're going to print out it's chilly And if we're between 56 and 75, 56, 75, then we want to print out it's nice. Now, if we fall between 76 and 88, then we want to print out it's a little warm. And case between 89 and 120, we're going to print out it's hot, right? It's super hot. Otherwise, let's go ahead and print out are we on Mercury? Okay, so you can see with this switch statement, it's much easier to read than this if else if. Okay, but again, switches do have their limitations at times. So sometimes it's better to use the if else if, just depending on your project.